Excuse me, I'm telling you that light is bright. So let's go ahead and get started. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Now, I have a question. Do you believe Jay-Z is innocent? I'll give you my opinion at the end of the video. Now, let's go ahead and get started. When it comes to this situation happening today, I'm pretty sure everybody is aware that he is not connected directly in a lawsuit with P. Diddy when it comes to harming a 13-year-old girl. Now, Jay-Z does have a very troubling past. He does have a history of lawsuits and criminal behavior. Now, right now, he's trying to take the high road and trying to sound like he's better than anybody else, and he's above these accusations, when clearly he's not when you look at his history. Now, it is very well known that people have speculated when Jay-Z met Beyoncé, he was either 28 and she was 16, or she was 18 and he was 30, somewhere around those ages. And even in past interviews from like back in 2002, they said he known each other for a long time, met a very long time ago. So people have speculated that he may have groomed Beyonce into that relationship, and he's really just her handler at the end of the day. And it's just not him that has said that. It has been, people that came out and spoke directly about situations when it comes to Jay-Z and P. Diddy. When it comes to that, like Jaguar Wright, Salone Bella has made predictions of his downfall. Now, let's take a look at this and think about this for a second. There's an old saying that you're only as good as the company that you keep. Jay-Z's best associates or friends for the longest time was one, R. Kelly, and the other is P. Diddy. Now, it makes sense that if you are best friends, and P. Diddy and Jay-Z were such close friends that P. Diddy insisted the only person that could call him Sean is Jay-Z. Let me go ahead and show you that right quick.
Who is Sean approved from the world of entertainment?
There's only one person.
Oh, go on.
And I call him Sean. That's Jay-Z. We call each other Sean.
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody else could call me Sean.
He's the only person who's Sean approved.
There's not a single person that
outside of family.
That should be outside of my mother.
Okay,
that should be calling me. Yeah, they should be calling me Sean.
Now, those were very strong words. Not let's say strong words. It's a strong inflection and tone in his voice when he was talking. He said, outside of my mother, this is the only man that can call me Sean. Now, there is various pictures and videos of those two together. You can even see a video online when they're on stage when P. Diddy is slapping Jay-Z's behind repeatedly. Now, with that being said, though, do I believe that the accusations of what happened is true? Well, let's take a look at Jay-Z's past before I directly answer that question right quick. Now, for the things that I remember from when I was younger, that Jay-Z has said out his mouth has done or has proven that he has done, that he has stabbed a record producer. I think it was Lance Rivera. He did that, okay? He was a former drug dealer, and he wasn't dealing weed. He was dealing in the white stuff. The stuff that Snowfall became popular for. And who knows how many lives that has indirectly passed away because of that. I'm just saying. He has admitted to cheating on his wife, Beyoncé. He shot his brother. He pow-powed his brother. Maybe I shouldn't have said shot, but he pow-powed his brother. And those are just the things that I could think of that Jay has done over the years. So you mean to tell me a man who has a history of deplorable behavior would stop at forcing himself on a underage girl? I'm going to make another video. I'm still doing a little bit more research on this. It's her name is Nova Wova, I want to say. Yeah, Nova Wova. And she's somewhere between the ages of 13 and 16 years old. And her mom is more famous for dating Crip Mac and supposedly being at one of the Diddy parties. Now, her mom was working the streets. I'm not sure if she still is or not, but, you'll see their TikTok accounts. The daughter, Wova, has a history of running away, working the streets like her mom did. And it's really sad to see that situation. So it's very easy, depending what town or part of town you're in, for grown men to attain underage girls, fulfill some type of sick fantasy they may have had. Now, to be honest with you, I have never known anybody underage being a street walker, working the streets, anything along those lines, right? But here you are, if you look at the white underbelly, I think it's called video, he called a lot of slack for interviewing her, which he should have. And again, I'll get into more details about that, but it's out there. You know, she says from her own mouth that grown men like the fact that she's underage. And it's really depressing and sad. So when you're a man that has one of the most beautiful women in the world, right? And that's what a lot of people say. And truthfully, I don't think Beyoncé is too much better for staying with Jay this whole entire time. But you're one of the most beautiful women in the world. He has one of the most beautiful women in the world. He has kids. He has money. He accomplished every single thing he wants to in life. Eventually, he's going to get bored and may want to go into the more taboo things, which is forcing himself on underage girls. Now, when you're best friends with R. Kelly and P. Diddy, and R. Kelly is currently sitting in prison right now, and P. Diddy is waiting for his day in court to see if he's going to go in there. He might get off on technicalities, but let's be real here. It's been well-known spread out that P. Diddy parties are nothing to play with. It's a lot that goes on there. And these are your best friends. You're only as good as the company that you keep. You cannot sit here and be around people who are accused repeatedly of being with underage girls and, SA and physical harming people, all this other kind of stuff, and keep your hands clean. And that what kind of bothers me about his whole entire statement. Let me get that pulled up right quick.
Who is Sean approved from the world of entertainment?
All right, so I already played that. Okay. And I'm pretty sure most people have already read this, but I'll go ahead and go through it too. My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer called Tony Busby. What we had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you really are in public fashion, so no, I will not give you one red penny. And I find that interesting because, celebrities a lot of the time have a lot of lawsuits that go on that they just settle or they have lawyers handle, etc., etc. I'm pretty sure celebrities get sued or attempted to be sued on a daily. So again, him responding to this is kind of surprising to me, especially on the Roc Nation Twitter pages of his own. But then again, his own personal Instagram and Twitter pages don't have that many followers because nobody really cares about him that much anymore. These allegations are so horrendous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal component, not a civil one. Whoever would commit such crimes against the minor should be locked away. Wouldn't you agree? So to me, that sounds like a jab at P. Diddy, because that's his homeboy, his best friend, that is locked away right now. These allegations, these alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, who I've done a little bit of research on, seen how a pattern of these type of theatrics. Now, can we all just be honest here? You have neither honor nor dignity. And that's the very interesting thing. How can you question this man's valor, honor, or dignity when he has a history, like I mentioned before, things that he's done before? Not only, my only heartbreak is for my family, my wife, and I have to sit down with our children, one who is at the age where my friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of the people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. That's a joke. Children should not have to endure such a thing at a young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. My heart and support goes out to the true victims in the world who have watched their life story and dressed in costume for that sentence is just it doesn't sound right. Costume for profitability by ambulance chaser like in a cheap suit. Okay, you have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I am not from your world. I am a young man. Wait a minute, young man? Jay-Z is 60, right? He's not 60. He's 55. He's closer to a senior citizen than being a young man. A young man is somebody under the age of 30. You are not a young man, sir. You're a grandfather almost at this point. What are you talking about? You're almost a senior citizen. All right, anyways, I'm a young man who made it out the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have a very strict code of honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for their personal gain. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and stop there. Because it's funny that he called himself a young man. He's nowhere near young. He's 55. I don't know what gold juice he's drinking or whatever it is that make him think he's young. He's not young. He's a senior citizen almost. Let's get that clear out there right now. Now, as far as his kids being getting an internet search, let's be clear on that too. I just realized a couple things that I can remember of him stabbing, shooting his brother, drug dealing. That's all on the internet for his kids to read and research. I don't know what he's going to try to spend there, but he does not have a clean and squeaky past. Beyoncé does. He doesn't, though. I guess maybe he fooled the younger generation thinking he's some type of saint, but for all of us who are millennials or older, we know who Jay-Z is. We know where he came from, and we know he ain't ish. He has done nothing to redeem anything he has done in the past. Again, he is directly responsible for many people end up in rehab or losing their lives while he's sitting there as a billionaire, living a very nice and comfortable life. Being friends, again, he said he had a strict code of honor, right? But he's friends with who? He protects children, but he's friends with who again? R. Kelly and P. Diddy. Come on, man. Stop the foolishness.
Headed for the next 3 years, 25, 26, and 27, with the beginning initial stages of the knockdown when it comes to Jay-Z. When they take him down, they're going to take Beyoncé down behind him. And here's what I'm getting. I am getting both Jay-Z and Beyoncé because, see, he procures her out there. He is her handler, and he is the one that pushes her out there public, and then he profits off her. So we're looking at, she was chosen for him. It is a karmic thing looking at their chart, but she was chosen for him in order to help him get where he needed to go. So she's the muse, but let's use this in a different way. Sometimes we use the word muse in the terms of profiteering off of it. He's very aware of entertainers, male and female, where he needs to go to keep his money coming in and what he's actually selling. He is going to be shaken up. Now, what I do see 3 years from now, him, his wife, and his kid, I don't know if there's more than one kid, see them with suitcases, and I literally see them leaving. So their residence will no longer be in the United States. This is what I'm seeing, and this happens by 2027, if not sooner, 2025 through 2027. And it's going to start crumbling, okay? So it's the next 3 years.
Okay. Now, I've always thought that Jay-Z was going to be next too because, again, they were a trio, R. Kelly, P. Diddy, and Jay-Z, right? So I'm not surprised right now that as Salome Bella's quote-unquote prediction. But what I am going to say is, and I am, let's say that Jay-Z did not do what he was accused of, right? Let's say he did not know. Or he did not do it, excuse me. But he did know of it. And the only reason I would speculate that he would know of it because of who his friends were. And if you know of something that deplorable, that horrible, that happened to somebody that was potentially underage, or the things that R. Kelly was accused of and went to prison for, or what P. Diddy's on trial for, and you never said anything or tried to stop them, you were still best friends with them, you're just as bad or guilty as them. I am so sick and tired of these celebrities thinking they're better than everybody else. When literally Jay-Z is no better than a local dude right down the street. He just got lucky. He just got lucky. That's all it was. I can throw a rock in any direction and find somebody that can out-route Jay-Z any day of the week. He got lucky. And instead of using that luck and his good fortune to make some type of penance for what he's done in the past, he just wants to act arrogant like every other rich person does. Anyways, that was my thoughts on the situation. It was just real quick. I just wanted to get something out there on this situation. I find it funny he calls himself a young man in that statement. I'm not sure if he really wrote that there. Maybe somebody else wrote it for him. But, sir, you're definitely not young. And that statement at the end made it lose credence to everything else. You can lie about your age. You most likely lied about everything else on that statement. Also, you really didn't even address anything personally on there. You did a lot of deflecting and accusation to take the heat off you. It doesn't matter if you think that lawyer is a clown, an ambulance chaser, or anything else. And, you know, people like Charlamagne the God again are supporting Jay-Z for this statement. And the statement was horribly written. It was horribly written. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. I hope you guys leave a comment and subscribe. I hope you guys have a great night. And thank you for watching.